Ooh. Breaking news.
Da-da-da. These are all sound effects of breaking news.
That was the ESPN sound effect, sure. That is. That sounded just like
not trademarked.
Breaking news. This has just come out, and usually we're pretty late on breaking news, but today we're actually on it. We're just going to go right into it. We're going to read what has just come out.
Yes. Report. U.S. Women's National Team star Tobin Heath to join Arsenal. U.S. Women's National Team star Tobin Heath will join Arsenal on a free transfer, according to Sky Sports. Heath, a two-time world champion winner with United States, spent last season with Manchester United. She was available for a free transfer after leaving United earlier this summer. According to BBC Sports' Emma Sanders, it is possible her Arsenal deal is for 2 seasons. Heath scored 4 goals for United in 11 appearances with the club, though her time with the club was limited due to injury. Heath injured her ankle in training before the United's WSL game with Chelsea on January 17th and later suffered a knee injury which limited her ahead of the Tokyo Olympics. The 33-year-old forward arrived in England alongside U.S. Women's National teammate Christen Press. Press, like Heath, was in a 1-year contract with United. She elected to sign with Angel City FC in the NWSL last week. Heath's NWSL rights are held by Racing Louisville. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So this is a report. This is not officially confirmed. There's a lot of information that it sounds confirmed, but it's actually not completely.
Not 100%.
This is what the reports are saying. And I actually read that article for one reason. There had been like the Sky Sport article, and I know The Athletic came out with the article, but this article specifically said that they're saying, according to Emma Sanders, that is a 2-year deal.
Whoa, 2 years is like a long time / not a long time, but kind of a long time.
Kind of long, and a lot of people are saying it might just be 1 year, the second year being optional, or there might be clauses where she can opt out, because 2 years is a pretty long time. So that's the report. Yeah. If you remember the video we made about a couple weeks ago when Christen officially signed with Angel City FC, there was that report by Jeff Kassouf that said that there was a report that she was going to stay in the UK or, in England. And I think that threw a lot of people off guard for a second, because no one had really thought that she was going to stay there based on, her time with United had ended. It seemed like they were settling back into the States. Christen had just signed with Angel City. Mm-hmm. So when Jeff came out with that tweet or that article saying that she was going to stay, that really blew a lot of people's minds.
It did. Yeah, and part of the reason, a lot of people were saying, and we mentioned this in our last video, that maybe they're just doing it as a
bargaining chip.
Yeah, or like a ploy or something.
Yeah,
to kind of, we'll see. There's still time for something else to happen.
The only thing is, though, the transfer deadline, these deals have to be done by tonight. So whatever is the...
Okay, this was probably set in stone then, y'all.
So it's not official, but today is like the deadline, apparently. So let's go over this. If anyone who's been following Tobin or, searches Tobin has been a huge Arsenal fan for the longest time. If you search on YouTube for Tobin Heath Arsenal, there was a video, do you remember, Sarah, where her and another player, I forget who, they went and they toured the Arsenal locker room, I think the women's locker room and stuff, and toured the Arsenal. And she always said it was a dream of hers to play with Arsenal.
DCT, dream come true.
Yeah, and that she loves Arsenal. And, this might be like a bucket list thing, saying, hey, I know there's a lot of things I could do, but playing for Arsenal is literally one of the things I've always dreamt of doing.
Yeah, and it's like you gotta live your dreams,
But it also seems like, in the NWSL, it seems like she's like almost like fed up with the NWSL after what happened in Portland, how she was treated poorly in Portland.
They did her pretty dirty.
And also, I don't think she wants to play for Louisville. We just recorded a video about the manager changes in the NWSL that we were actually going to put out today, or we just recorded that. And we've heard reports in Louisville, I don't think she had any want to play there, but apparently Louisville, they just got rid of Christy Hawley, and it's also a kind of a toxic environment there as well. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't, it's almost like she's so jaded by the NWSL.
Jaded.
And kind of saying, that's kind of almost the look, almost kind of like, if I can't play for the team I really want to play for. Because I do think if her plan was to play for San Diego, she wants to make that happen. I would only think that because she seems to really like Casey Stoney, and she seemed to have a good relationship with Jill Ellis. So she might.
California is what's up.
Yeah. So maybe her thought is maybe down the line, or maybe her thought is a 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
Then opt out of her second year, and then hopefully go to San Diego. So I think she's thinking, if I don't go to San Diego, I just have no interest in playing the NWSL, which is fine. It's her prerogative. She has given so much to U.S. soccer and soccer in general. She can decide these things. Like, it's not like she's some young player that says, I want this, this, and this. She has given her whole life to U.S. soccer. So I'm in favor of that.
You are using so many words that I just want to break out into song. It's my prerogative.
Exactly.
I give my all.
So that's interesting. The other thing is, a lot of people are saying, Arsenal is pretty stacked up front on the forwards. They're very stacked up front. Would Tobin play more of a mid role there, a midfielder role? Apparently she enjoys playing midfield.
Yeah, I could see her doing that.
She could do a lot, and also the thing is, them playing for Arsenal, I always say this, it's like the Flintstones meet the Jetsens, where it's like you don't think of like Tobin playing with Viv, or Tobin playing with Leah Williamson, or Jordan Nobbs. Jordan Nobbs is
just goats hanging out with goats.
Yeah, exactly. Jordan is injured, so she won't be out for a while.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But it's going to be so interesting to see Tobin play at the Arsenal. As we remember, though, last season, Arsenal has had a lot of changes as well. Joe Montemurro, who had been there for years, has left the team. So, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a transition with a new team. DVD went to Lyon. Lisa Evans went on loan to West Ham. And then they got they've gotten a few new players. Jill Rod left. And so it's a new look for the Arsenal team to begin with. So let's see where Tobin fits into that. But, so there's two more questions. Okay, I guess the first question is, if she ends up going to Arsenal, how is that going to work out for the friendlies? They're coming up in September. The WSL season is going. I mean, it already goes. Is she going to be able to play for the friendlies? Is she going to be able to go to the camps? We don't know this. I would be so sad if she weren't able to go to the camps, just because so many people want to see her play in Carli's last games. That might be part of the clauses in the contract.
Right.
But hopefully she's going to come back. Also, and we know about Champions League. It's huge in Europe. It's something that a lot of professional footballers strive for. As we remember last year, it was Chelsea versus Barcelona, and Barcelona. We remember that game, but we just know, as Americans, we don't know much about Champions League, but we know about it now, that it's basically, other than like the national, like the Olympics and World Cup and Euros, right. It's basically Champions League. People want to win above all.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So apparently that's been one of Tobin's goals too. She wants to play for the Champions League. She wants to win Champions League. Some people are saying if that was a goal of hers, City had a better chance of making it to Champions League than Arsenal overall. So some people are surprised maybe she should have gone the route of going to City. But I mean, Man City is something where she already did the Manchester thing with Manchester United. Maybe she just wanted, because she's been such a massive fan of Arsenal.
But how does it work? Do they, who reaches out to who?
Yeah,
is her agent and she wants to play for this team? Can she have room? Do you have the whatever? I know it's a free transfer, so whatever.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What are the deets?
Maybe she just puts her name out there and says, there's a lot of rules and regs too about the way the procedure has to go. And I know the funny thing is, United States sports and European sports are so different, the way they deal with players going to different teams, that I'm sure maybe the agent, says, hey, my player is interested in this, and they can go. What do you think the very last question is that we're going to talk about?
Will she get married to soccer?
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not that kind of video.
If she goes to the UK, she's going to be away from Christen for a while.
And her other teammates.
I
shall say.
So Tobin, if she ends up going, so the WSL seasons and the NWSL seasons are a little bit different, a little bit staggered to each other. And so if Tobin starts WSL in September, then Christen actually doesn't start training with Angel City FC, I think, till December or January. Or maybe in February. No, even farther than that. She maybe doesn't do like
March.
till like February, March. So the question is, will Christen go to England with her? I'm guessing yes, unless they're for some reason not allowing Americans in there, which possibly is, they might not be. I'm not sure of the rules right now. Christen can stay with Tobin for like the next 6 months. And I think that would be awesome. I think based on her commitments to Angel City, and then she could stay with Tobin.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be awesome. And then, but part of professional sports is being away from your friends and family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it goes. And I think someone said if
The life of
Tobin
sport.
is 33 right now, 2 years later, she'll be 35. And I think at that age, a lot of footballers kind of start questioning, you know, when is the end? Retirement.
Yeah.
I don't think you retire. I mean, obviously you saw Carli not retire until this year. Christine Sinclair is older. Megan Rapinoe is older. Becky Sauerbrunn is older. You know, they're not, you know, Becky's not going anywhere.
Still going, yeah.
So you think about 35. And I mean, if her body holds up, you know, when she left United with that injury, from all reports, she was absolutely gutted. I think it really took the wind out of her sails because it was the lead up to the Olympics. She missed out on playing for United. But when you're 35, I think that's about the age you kind of think about these things. Does that mean you retire? No. But I think that's when you truly start thinking about where my future is going to last. And if Arsenal was the team she's always wanted to play for, a huge fan growing up, then I think
Arsenal it shall be.
Yeah. And, you know, Tobin will be away from Christen. You know, obviously they're going to be away from each other, which will be the first time really in a long time. But those are when friendship relationships get stronger. Even like, I remember when Sarah's not the closest with her mom. She's really close, but not like the ultimate best friends. And when Sarah's mom came to visit us, and then your mom left, and then you started crying.
I've never cried a day in my life. Don't let her convince you I have, because what are tears?
But Sarah, you hadn't really been like that because the feeling of your mom.
That's when I was in Massachusetts. I was 1,000 miles away from my mother. And I've never been 1,000 miles away from my mother before, okay?
I'm leaving that
And then
in.
1,000 miles was pretty good being away from her.
Yeah.
But now we're friends again.
But like, you know, you would spend your whole life with your mom, then she wasn't around, you know, a 2-hour drive. But I think, you know, Tobin and England fit so well together, you know.
Tobin, England.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's probably the dumbest thing I've ever said.
What do you guys think? I mean, what part of the story is the most interesting to you? Is it that she's going back to the UK? Is it that she's going to play for Arsenal? And where does she fit up in the lineup?
Yeah.
Is she going to be able to play the friendlies?
Yeah,
you know?
So many questions.
How much time will her and Christen get to play together?
Tobin, can you answer these questions for me, please?
What do you guys think? As soon as it is official pen to paper, we will make another video. Today is Wednesday. My plan is to put this video up tonight on Wednesday night. Maybe it'll be England morning there, but that's my plan. Questions, comments down below. What is the part? Are you excited? You know, some people are very excited by this, and some people are like, no, don't leave the NWSL, don't leave America, don't leave Christen. You know,
strong emotions.
Yeah. But I love Arsenal, you know, getting to know the WSL. There's such like cachet for Arsenal. It's just, I really like their vibe. And it's going to be a new chapter for Arsenal too, having new players, seeing where everyone goes. Questions, comments down below. What do you guys think? Give us your snap reactions, and we'll be back with the official announcement when it arrives. It could be very soon. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye.